I'm back, y'all, once again, and welcome to another video, Bad News Brown. Now, this video is actually going to be a response to a video from the content creator called Dubs. And the title of his video was, Is Northern California Really 30 Years Ahead of Southern California? And in his video, he actually said that was a response to a comment or whatever. And if you haven't checked out that video, go ahead and check out his video. And again, I haven't seen all of his content, but he appears to have a decent head on his shoulder. So I want to address or add a little clarity to his video on that topic. So let me break it down. And FYI, Dubs is a Mexican content creator. So he's coming from a Mexican perspective naturally. So I want to break this down from a black perspective. And it actually overall run hand in hand. So here I go. Now, the short answer is, well, yes, Northern California is, well, the Bay Area is a little faster than Southern California, but it's not 30 years ahead. And the reason why I know this is because this was told to me by Southern California cats, dudes. I got family from down that way, the Compton area, off Greenleaf. Yeah, I've been through there. And I can actually do another video on Greenleaf too. But again, I got family down there, and I just remember throughout the years when we go down there or whatever, and Uncle be like, what's new, what's popping as far as the music, movies, little stuff like that, and I'm like, y'all in L.A., like this Hollywood, this where everything at, like you should know before me, but he said, and I was told this throughout the years, but he said back then that, okay, yeah, they make all the stuff in LA. So everything gets made in LA and sent out into the world and come back. And this is why they cramp down hard on bootleggers and all that. Don't get me wrong, they got a garment district out there. I done went out there. I got to tell stories about that. But in a nutshell, that's what it is. So they kind of certain stuff just because of the nature of Hollywood and the business. Again, like I said, it's made in LA and they branch it out to the world. So that's one of the reasons. And then there's another reason as far as LA got a strong culture, obviously, meaning that LA influenced the whole world as far as the banging or whatever. LA stays true to that culture. So like if I was a somebody from LA, regardless whether I'm a Crip or Blood, you best believe I'm gonna have my original banger outfit, whether the Chucks, Pendleton, or whatever, however they do guys do it down there, I'm gonna have that. So in a way, by them sticking to that, they chose to stay with that versus where like up this way in the Bay Area where you got pimps, players, hustlers, gangsters, D boys. It's a melting pot of ideas, so to speak. And it's cutting edge in a lot of ways. Even like I said, over the years, a lot of down south LA guys and told me, even when I was in jail, as far as just us, like one cat told me, he was like, man, even the Dolphins, everybody I know got some type of scam, some type of con, some type of game, something. So in a way, we faster. And again, like Unc told me, y'all are. And again, not 20 years ahead. And this is not to say because I done also met LA guys that I did time with that's not even necessarily into the banger lifestyle. And it surprised me because me not being from that way, of course you're gonna stereotype a lot of guys. And I didn't came across cats getting money too. And they from LA. Like you told me, I'm like, where you from? No, I'm from LA, like Los Angeles, which is funny. But anyway, again, so to answer that question, Dubs, yeah, the Northern California is faster. and in particular the Bay Area, and also kind of like what he also said in his video. And again, he's Mexican, so he's really talking about, I guess, North Daniel from up this way had made this statement, or somebody made a comment, but he also mentioned that he had also did time with brothers, and I guess the brothers told him like that they don't too much care for the Central Valley North Daniels, and they like the Bay Area North Daniels. And my response to that, just to add clarity, is probably the Central Valley or other non-Bay Area North Daniels gonna tend to stick to the original North Daniel culture. Like again, like I said, whereas the Bay Area is a little more faster. And even then, he also mentioned this, that everybody in the Bay Area, as far as they concerned, the North Daniels or whatever, don't talk the same. It's like to use San Jose for example. And again, I'm gonna say this: San Jose is in the Bay Area. All right, now, and this is true what he said, because I even heard this myself from other North Daniels during time, that the San Jose North Daniels tend to think that the little further up, Oakland or whatever North Daniels, is a little bit more black. And then I addressed this, that which of course naturally, because Oakland is a black city, and San Jose, although it's in the Bay Area, it's a little bit down, a little bit further down, and they got a lot more bigger Hispanic community down there. So they gonna eventually naturally adopt their own, versus where the Northeast and Mexicans up this way, being that they around us more, gonna adopt to our ways, being that we on the cutting edge, pushing stuff to influence out this way. And he also made a statement that's true. Watch his video, as far as us being the original of originators of the hip hop and rock and roll, and he ain't lying about that. So, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole, but he ain't lying about that. And North Daniels naturally being from Oakland closer, because the more concentration of blacks live in the East Bay, Oakland area. Yeah, they definitely talk different. And it's that, as far as the whole N word, and that's another video. I'm actually gonna do another video on that, because that's real controversy. But yeah, you are gonna have, again, like I said, and that's where I mentioned the whole. I made a video about the whole side show and everything. So all that is in the Oakland area. So again, naturally, they're gonna be influenced more and take to us more. But as far as the original topic of us being faster, in a lot of ways, yeah. And this ain't definitely ain't no slight against down that way at all. Not at all. Cause again, like I said, I done met all kind of guys from LA, not just the stereotypical banger type person. But again, people down that way done told me this, that up this way is a little faster, due to that, the original way, as far as the whole Hollywood, the influence, everything's come from LA, is made in LA, and it's branched out, then it comes back. And again, LA being, of course, again, they got influence in a lot of play all over the world, with their street politics or whatnot. They culture is a little bit more, it's not a little bit more. They just, whatever their culture is, they stick to it. So they gonna stick to that LA way. As far as when up this way, we more embodied with everything. Again, it's funny because for a while, a lot of cats down south, when they tend to think you was up from this way, you was either a pimp, player, or a hustler, because we got all that out there. That was damn near like a stereotype up this way, like we all pimps and players and all that, because fast talkers and whatnot, because we do got a lot of all that up there. We got a lot of gangster shit up this way. We got a lot of, definitely got a lot of Nino Brown, D boy stuff going up this way, and it's some of everything. Again, like I said, so we tend to be on the more cutting edge of certain things, when, as far as, I ain't even gonna say criminality, but just on the cutting edge of things. I'm just gonna leave it as that. But to answer his question, that's where that's coming from, Dub. Where somebody may have made a statement like that as far as us being a little faster than SoCal, but nah, not no 30 years ahead, of course not, but that's what, to add clarity, that's what whoever was talking about. Yeah, so I hope this video added a little bit more clarity to that whole question or that whole dynamic. And again, like you did say in your video, that this is kind of like splitting hairs, and in a way it is. But again, Bad News Brown gonna break it down. That's where that statement came from, because in a lot of ways we are a little faster for what it's worth. But again, y'all, Bad News Brown breaking this shit down.